That's Tom Brady, 4-2 in Super Bowls, and this is S.A.L.T production. And that's Tom Brady psyched up before the game. Yes. And here we are, S.A.L.T production. Of course, the low tech, but the solid analysis. And we start our highlights. And again, you heard how I thought that New England should score in the 30s in this game, and Atlanta scored in the 20s in this game. And that's what ended up happening, but in a very weird way. Now, there's your first play of the game, and the first few drives, as you remember, nothing happened. But let's watch. Let's go over that to see, was there any pressure on that? Now, as you want to gauge quickly, if you're the offense, is Atlanta going to be able to get pressure on you? Let's see. That's pretty good. He had enough time for a short pattern. So as you can see, for example, if he would have went to him, he was open. He would have had it right there. That's my finger, by the way. He could have had 8 over there, or he could have had something over there. Now he's holding on to it a little bit longer, Tom. Tom's held on a little bit longer than your standard drop. If you don't believe me, let's go back and do that again. One more time. Yeah, we're going to analyze a lot of plays. It's what we do here at S.A.L.T. We break them down play by play. Hopefully this won't take like 25 parts. But you look at that, he's holding a little bit longer, trying for something a little bit longer, and that had a threaded needle. The coverage was okay there. The coverage was okay. Okay, so one incompletion. I'm not going to do the lineups. I'll skip that. 2nd and 10. Okay, so let's see how much time he has here. Stepped out of the pocket and was able to get 9. Now, again, that was not a quick 2-step drop, throw it, a few step drop, throw it. He had to step out of the pocket and then throw it. Again, I'm just pointing out that Atlanta is going to be able to get pressure on Brady. And that was talked about a lot in the first half, that Atlanta put pressure on Brady, and even in the second half, pressure on Brady. But it wasn't pressure in an immediate sense. It was pressure that if Brady was going to try for a little bit of holding on the ball a little bit longer than standard. And now we got a 3rd and 1, and this play, you'll see, is going to be... this is a play that I'm going to highlight a lot, because this is where you start your first run, and it was defended well, and that's what, as we're going to go on, we're going to see the defended well. At some point, you have to say, wait, we're getting 8-9 yards a throw, only getting 1 yard or 2 yards a run. Let's abandon the run. Now, again, I understand that, and there's this thing called balance. You can't just throw the ball all the time. But if you have a throw working, and you know it could work, and you have a run that's not working, I'm always of the opinion, then throw more. I've said that by Aaron Rodgers many times. Those have been following my S.A.L.T productions here on Bob. I will blame, by the way, but on that one, by the way, Blunt could have been used his body a little bit better to push ahead for the yard. But already a couple of throws where there was pressure if Brady held on a few seconds longer, and a run where the run did not work. 3 and out. Drives, again, in the NFL, one little thing go wrong, there goes the drive. One thing could go wrong: a penalty, a sack, a bad. You don't convert a 3rd and 1. One drive in the books, nothing. 3 and out for the Patriots. The referee there was saying holding on the return, which makes this after the punt makes Matty Ryan start even further back. Matty Ice, outstanding this year. They've scored 40 points several times, and 4 times in games this year. 30, average 35 for the year. They scored 35, over 35 in like half the games this year.
In the Super Bowl, and when you think about Matt Ryan, the only thing that has kept him from being mentioned with the greats in the game on a consistent basis is not having a Lombardi Trophy.
Not having a Lombardi Trophy. That's the way people do it. I don't go by whether you have a Lombardi Trophy or whether you were particularly super. Matty Ryan has been a top 10, and look how they have been top 10 quarterback in the league, and look how this starts with a breakout on a running outside of the New England Patriots, and they got to start with a 37-yard run to start it. Let's see. I want to see how good this was, just to see how this hole opened up. Well done there. Okay, we'll now this is where it gets interesting. Then he tried that same play again. Only 3 yards there.
So now Freeman comes out.
2nd and 7. Our first throw. Pressure? No. Throw it to the side, but well defended. 3rd and a few. Now I was saying Atlanta would be in the 20s. They'd get a lot of yards, but it's situations like 3rd and short even that New England would be very happy with. And here's where you're trying to make your stop. They're we'll let you come down the field a little bit at a time, although they obviously didn't want a 37-yard gain. But now here's where New England can make a stop on a 3rd and 4. They'll take this all the time. New England would be settled for 3rd and 4 if they come down the field always having 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3s. New England's gonna take that any time. Nobody, good pressure, good coverage, and a sack. And that fumble was after his knee was clearly down. But there you go. There's a stop on a drive. They'll come up with this. That's something I thought they would come up with a few times where they'll slow down Matty Ryan. Here we go. Starting on their own 10, they tried the jet sweep. Only 2 yards there. Should have been a late hit right there, but only 2 on a run. And I like the jet sweep. I think every team should use the jet sweep. I won't show that was a late hit. We'll leave that. You check it out. It should have been a late hit there, 15 yards. 2nd and 8. Tom Brady. So far the runs have not worked. Here comes a throw. Quick drop. Held on a bit longer, but had the time. Got the crossing pattern. First down.
We talked about the fact it's been a tough year for him. He's been limited in a lot of ways with some injuries.
I realize I'm not getting the top of the screen here. That's part of the low text. Sorry. Play action. Time. Throwback. Play action always freezes the linebackers, freezes the rush, and there was time, and there's Brady hitting Hogan. Here we go. Next play is a run. Blunt's going to try to go to the outside. Only got a few yards. Again, passes with 10, runs with 3. We're not even going to show the Atlanta players. I couldn't even name the Atlanta players other than they're athletic. They caused a lot of turnovers in the second half of the season, and they can rush the passer, outside rushers. I wouldn't say but it's a team. Again, there's no reason Brady shouldn't have been in the 30s in this game. How he got the 30 was a little weird, but here's some time, and a guy open, again on a short throw, and we're going to set up a 3rd down here. 3rd and 1. I like that they're not going to run it here. Better to throw it short, quick over the middle. I think it's unstoppable. I think they should be doing that every play. First down. He just gave a green 18. I think I missed it. Play action. 1 sack ruins the drive, and you just saw it there. Now, I want to watch the Coach 22 view. I'm going to get to the Coach 22 view. Again, according to what because of the fact that he did a play action here, as Troy Aikman just drew, I think he's trying for a longer pattern. You're going to try for the longer pattern. You could get a sack, and his own lineman got bull rushed, pushed right into him, and that blows the drive. That ruins the drive, and I think, again, ruined the drive because he's trying for something a little bit too long there. What was wrong with the short pass? He didn't like that? Trying for a little bit too much there. 2nd and 19. Our first drop of the day. James White, a play that they like trying in the Denver championship game last year and wasn't working. The running backs, of course, don't have as good a hands. The throw is there, but it's a tough catch for a running back, but we'll call that a drop. 3rd and 19. Now, because it's 3rd and 19 at the 50, I would easily take 15 yards here, get it to the 35. Then you have a choice. You can go for a 4th down if you want. You can go for a 4th and short or kick the field goal even. So I don't know what he's holding it. Look, holding it. Come on, get the 15-yarder. Tom, and he gets sacked. So again, looking maybe a little bit too, the routes being run were a little bit too far down the field. I'll check it out on the Coach 22 when the next time. The Coach 22 is not available right now. See that right there? You can see over there, Coach's film. See up on the top there with my finger? Coach's film not available at the moment. But, it's only a day after. This is Monday after the Super Bowl. And I think Brady's holding it. I think the routes are being run too long. There's another sack. New England punt 0 for 2 on their drives. Here we go. There we go. Now they're trying to run the other way. And that's a nice run for 9 yards. 2nd and 1. Matty Ice. Wide open. Okay, it's short passing game. First down. let's watch the season in review. Let's watch with a little catch a little fox. 11-5, 540 points.
They had 6 players selected in Pro Bowl.
Hey, we're giving you a little review here of the season. I'll include this in here. Good job there. Here we go. 1st and 10 at the 31. Okay, they try the pitch right. This time, New England's there. 2nd and 8. We won't. I would go over the names of New England. You probably never heard of half of them anyway. Who heard of Sheard and all these guys? I can't remember the name, but they have Chris Long there. Howie Long's son, who was a long-time Ram and now gets a chance to play for a Super Bowl. 2nd and 8. They're going to try to run now this way. There's some room. 3rd and 3. Again, New England, I'll tell you, would take that every time. 3rd and 3. Falcons, Aikman's pointing out they tried to have been running outside to get away from the big guys, New England. Again, well covered, and he's going to have to take the sack, sliding down. So again, that's the second time a sack has ended a drive. That's going to be a theme in the game. So there's been 2 drives each and no points in a game where I thought it would be high scoring. But again, drives can end on sacks, as we've had twice for Atlanta, and once for New England. And drive can end on a 3rd and 1, and you just happen to not convert a run like New England on their first drive. And that's how you get basically a scoreless first quarter. But I'm mentioning that because New England should be abandoning the run as we go on, and they're not going to. Atlanta has to watch out for the sack, and that's going to be a big factor in this game. We've got this game started well. Should we hold? Let's hold it there at 11:40, and 2 drives each, no scoring. First quarter, Super Bowl 51, S.A.L.T. Productions.